Hello everyone, thank you very much for attending this presentation. My name is Julian Lepre. I am French Mexican nationality, so I have both passports, and I have Spanish-Italian blood. I'm an international education counselor for two universities located in 5 countries. There are universities that relate to business management, hospitality, finance, marketing, and so on. I'm in charge of promoting the school in Chile, Peru, Bolivia, in Latin America, and also in the Caribbean islands. So what is hospitality? Actually, hospitality is one of the biggest industries in the world. It represents 10.2% of the world GDP. 1 out of 10 jobs on the planet is in this industry of hospitality. A big part of my job is changing this perspective that students, parents have about hospitality. It's actually an amazing industry to work and to go into. They have so many possibilities to do within the hospitality industries. We have experienced a big shift in our industry. Before you buy a product, now you buy a product, but you're also looking into the experience, the customer experience, the service of this product. It is very important. We're talking about any kind of business. We talk about a bank. You can talk about, I don't know, clothes company. You talk about a hotel, a restaurant, any type of business. On the heart of any business, we have the customer experience. If you don't treat correctly your customers, they're not going to come back. And this is very important. And again, this applies to any business. The service, the customer experience, it's so important. 86% of clients will be willing to pay more for better customer experience. So it's really important to understand these aspects in the business. And that's why we like to focus and concentrate in our studies. It's very important to develop not only the business skill, but also the people skills that are allowing to provide a better customer experience. So this is what usually we think about hospitality. It's only hotels, restaurants, tourism, events. Actually, hospitality is a huge industry. There are so many different possibilities. You can go into consumer technology, luxury retail management. We have a lot of luxury brands that comes and recruit, finance companies, international sports organization, international events, entertainment, attractions, and so on. And we're going to go into more detail in a few seconds. We create experienced industry leaders that are international, confident, and globally fluid. But what is hospitality? The first thing that comes to mind obviously are hotels. What we need to think about in the hotels, a hotel is a business, and there are so many different departments where you can work. You can work in front desk, reservation, yield management, finance, accounting, human resources, public relations, restaurants, bars, banquets, events. There's a job also that is being really booming lately. It's called a community manager. A community manager is somebody that takes care of your internet reputation. So he will create content for your Facebook, for your Twitter page. He creates videos of your YouTube. He defends your internet reputation. So he goes on blogs and forums, for example, to make sure your reputation on the internet is very good. And this is a big job that is coming up. And the younger generation actually are perfect because they were born with social medias and they know exactly how to handle them. On the top left part, you will see the kind of companies that comes and recruit. Those are just sample. We have many more: Intercontinental, Accor, Hyatt, Four Seasons, Shangri-La, Starwood, Belmont, Ritz-Carlton, Marriott. We have so many different companies that come. And what is really interesting in the business of hotels, on top of the fact that you can work in so many different departments, it is really a doorway to an international career. If your dream is to go to Paris, Milano, Dubai, Japan, Brazil, it is possible because you have hotels all over the world. And it's very interesting because that these students are able to travel in so many different locations. If you're not happy with your salary, for example, in one location, you can move to another place, get a better salary, and the career progression, the fact that it's an international career, really helps you grow within your professional development career. So some career example of students, alumni, for example, we have Rami Sayes. He's the regional vice president of Four Sins Middle East. We have the GM of the Ritz-Carlton in Puerto Rico, also director of sales, and so on. We have so many great alumni that achieve positions within the hotel industry. Travel and tourism is also part of hospitality. Now, travel, it can include anything like airline company, Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, come and recruit our students. But you can also work, for example, for a cruise ship company, MSC Cruise Ship. It's one of the biggest cruise ship company in the world. Also come and recruit our students. And then it's all the travel agency and tour operators also that comes and recruit. Booking.com, for example, comes and recruit. You could work for Expedia, TripAdvisor. I'm just going to stop a little bit about TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is a new website that's booming nowadays. It's a website where people can go and give recommendation. There was actually a study that was made, and they estimated that in American continent, when you travel, 70 to 80% of your decisions are based on your TripAdvisor review or on your online reviews. And this is really very important because when we think about it, 70 to 80% of the decisions are based on internet reviews. So imagine the importance of the community manager that needs to make sure your internet reputation is perfect. And tourism, it's about how to develop a strategy in order to attract more people to your country or your region in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time and more. Let me give you some samples. For example, Doha, Qatar, are organizing the next World Cup after Russia. They are investing billions and billions of dollars in infrastructure, in stadium, in transportation. Their idea is to develop a sports tourism after the Olympic Games, after the World Cup, sorry. If you go to Peru, for example, they have developed a gastronomic tourism. If you go to Puerto Rico, they have developed a medical tourism. American apparently goes there to make plastic surgery. Costa Rica or Aruba have developed an eco-friendly tourism. Just to you to imagine how much millions of dollars are invested in this industry. There are so many different possibilities. Culinary arts. So very often this is when people tell me, okay, this is to become a chef, Julian, and that's it. Actually, yes, it is how to become a chef, but it's everything that relates to food and beverage. It's not only being a chef. For example, you could work for Sodexo that comes and recruit. Sodexo is a company that is worldwide renamed. They do deliver food and beverage to hotels, to restaurants, sorry, not to hotels and restaurants, to retirement houses, to schools, to universities, to hospitals, for example. But it's everything that relates to food and beverage. For example, let me give you an idea. It's like if you could work, for example, for Nestle, Coca-Cola, or Diageo, which is a huge liquor company in the world. I have a friend, he works in Las Vegas. He imports luxury food and beverage. So truffle, foie gras, lobsters, wine. He doesn't touch a bottle of wine below $100. He doesn't touch it. So it's actually just more, a little bit more than just working in restaurants or in chef. There's so many different possibilities. Everything that relates to food and beverage. Entertainment and events is also part of hospitality, and that's where it gets really entertaining, this presentation, because we don't really think about it. Entertainment, that you can see in the picture, it's about how to manage concerts, music festivals, nightclubs, for example. What else would be an entertainment? If I tell you Mickey Mouse, for example, Disneyland comes and recruits our students. Amusement park, aquatic park, theme parks, all this is part of hospitality. What else in entertainment? Oh, if I tell you Las Vegas, we think about casino, right? MGM Resort, which is one of the biggest casino resort company in the world, they come and recruit our students. So you can see in entertainment, there's so many different options available. Then events. Events, I like to separate events in two parts, social events and sports events. Social event, it's more about how to organize fairs, seminars, wedding planning, fashion shows, etc. And then sports events. Sports event is something that is very interesting because we don't think it's associated to hospitality, but it is. If you can have a look at this student, for example, Panos, he's the head of events and hospitality for the Olympic committee. He works and he organized the Olympic Games every winter and summer. We have the UEFA also, for example. A student is a VIP service coordinator. You could work for FIFA, the ATP, the International Federation of Ski. You could work for anything that relates to sports management. It's part of hospitality. Luxury retail. It's also part of hospitality. The luxury brands are coming to recruit our students. Again, we need to think about the service level, the customer experience that we have in those stores that are quite unique. And this is completely related to hospitality and to our students. Let me tell you a few of the brands that comes and recruit, and you're going to understand a little bit more the level of luxury brands that comes. Apple, for example, comes and recruit our students in Les Roches, Switzerland. Louis Vuitton, Valentino, Bulgari, Versace, Armani, Rolex, Cartier, Porsche, also Rocher Dubuis. All those brands are luxury brands that find in our student exactly what they are looking for. Finally, but not least, international finance. So we've discussed about the billions of dollars invested in tourism. Imagine managing an airline company or a cruise ship company, developing hotels. Also, it's a huge investment that is needed. We have a finance track that is very strong. We have top international finance company like JP Morgan, Bloomberg, PricewaterhouseCoopers that comes and recruit our students in finance. Some career examples: director of sales, head of investment and transactions. I also have a friend who's in charge of hotel development. He spends his life traveling around, analyzing location, making financial plans to see if it's viable, if it would be a great location for a future hotel, for example. So now we have a better idea about what is hospitality. I hope you're as excited as I am when I talk about it. It's a huge industry. There are so many different possibilities within hospitality. The company that I work for is called Sommet Education. This is the global brand. Okay, within Sommet Education, we have two schools. The first one is Glion Institute of Higher Education. We have two campuses in Switzerland, in Glion and in Bulle, and we have another one in London. Even though it says institute, it's a university level. I just want to make sure, because in some country, I always have this type of question. But is it an institute? No, it's a university, but that's the name that they have. The second school is called Les Roches Global Hospitality Education. That's where I studied back in 2000. We have one campus in Switzerland, in Bruges, which is the name of the town, in Marbella, España, Andalusia. We have another school in Shanghai and in Chicago that we opened in July 2016. So all in all, we have 7 campuses, 3 continents, 5 countries. What is unique about this is that you can travel and study. We call it geo-bundling. Imagine spending a semester in China, then going to Spain, then going to London, and then going to Switzerland. You can mix and match all the different campuses. And this is a unique opportunity for students to travel in the different locations. Even if you study in Spain, Shanghai, or Switzerland, all the campuses across all the countries are all accredited by NIASC. So all the classes are in English. This is New England Association of School and College. It's an American accreditation, but we have incorporated a Swiss educational procedure, philosophy about the way we teach. So it's a top American accreditation because it's the same one as, to give you an idea, Harvard, Yale, MIT, or Princeton in the United States. So it's a really top-notch accreditation. Glion and Les Roches have over 60 years of academic rigor. We have alumni all over the world, alumni students that we've seen in the PowerPoint presentation a little bit before. What is amazing is that you have people almost everywhere in each country. Now, that is a big network that can help you after when it's time to look for a job. Thank you very much for your time. This was the first part of the presentation, and I shall see you soon for the second part.